Hey everyone, it's Jack Robinson, the P Geek here, and I want to take you on a tour of the Classroom Roulette app by Idocio Labs. And this is a fantastic app for any PhysED classroom and has a myriad of different potential uses. So I want to show you how it works, and then you can see that it could be applied in multiple different scenarios. So when you open it up for the first time, there will be a default wheel, a roulette I should say, that appears, and very simply you can see that if you drag your finger in this direction, that you can spin the roulette wheel, and it'll stop on whatever slice that you've prepared. So in this example, Anthony has appeared, and you may have noticed that he actually disappeared too. So if you're doing a scenario where you wanted to do a random draw and then have everyone eventually be revealed, that option is possible, and you can see it down in this space here. If you click on that, you can hide slides automatically, or you can manually do it each time. So it'll give you a bit of an idea of removing the options. So one more of those. Let's see who comes up. So Jerry has appeared, and you'll see that he'll disappear as well. So eventually you could get down to the last remaining student, whatever it was that you were drawing. Now, the really exciting stuff comes in the fact that you can create your own roulettes, and we do that with this button right here. So if I press that, you'll see that there is a sample of roulettes that are made, but it is open for you to create as many as you like. But I'm going to I'll open up the 8 dice roulette. You can see here just draws random numbers. You could create more slices or less slices, totally up to you. And I'm going to put it alongside another roulette wheel, and before I can do that, I'm going to need to create it. So I'm going to hit create, and you can see here that you've got a few choices that you can create manually in the app, or you can import a roulette wheel and follow some tutorials around how to do that. I'm going to manually create mine, and I'm just going to call this fitness activities, and I'm going to say that it is 6 slices, and the slices are going to be different activities that you can conduct or different fitness activities. So I'm just going to do this very quickly. Say push-ups, and save. Next slice, we're going to say sit-ups, and save. What are we going to say next? My favorite, burpees. We're going to say chin-ups. Now these could be anything. They could be different skills or different movements, or whatever it is that you wanted students to participate in. Oops. We've got Zoom enabled. Put in mountain climbers, and maybe one last jumping jacks. Now you do have the option, as you may have seen, to put some image and sounds with those different items, and you can select the colors too for them. Otherwise it'll just randomly assign a color, and as you can see, you can randomize that and hit save, and now we have a roulette called fitness activities, and we can decide to add it to our draw. Oops, I pressed the wrong one. Let me go back and actually put the right one up, and there you go. So you can see on the left hand side we've got numbers, and on the right hand side we've got different activities. Now those activities could be anything, like I mentioned before. So when you're ready to go, you can simply spin both of those, and you'll see that the remainder is, or the activity that we need to do is 2 burpees. And then the next thing that we would do is obviously spin it again, and end up with another activity being 6 jumping jacks. Now, the great thing about it is if you had a heap of different activities on this wheel, you could set it so that each time the activity is completed, it removes, and we would go back into this option again, and now you can see that we've got the following, and I could have it so that the fitness activities automatically hide, but the dice options don't. And that means that we always have numbers on the left and then the activities disappear on the right. And that way push-ups doesn't come up 5 times, just because of the chances. And eventually you end up doing all the activities. You end up doing it in a bit more of a fun and engaging way. And finally, you can select the cog in the bottom right, and you have the option to change the floor. You might be particularly interested in changing that to match your particular settings. You can even change the curtains and the color schemes of the different roulettes, and you can turn the different options around, how it slows down and works during the spinning. And then to make this a big event, you can press in the bottom left the curtain button, and you'll see that your roulette goes behind a curtain. So you can imagine that this was connected to a big screen, a large screen of some sort, and the curtain is hidden, and then you press the open button, the curtain opens, and it's time to now do the activities. This is Classroom Roulette, available from iDossio Labs and highly recommended. Lots of different opportunities to use this, like I've said, with fitness, but all through to skills, drawing students randomly. Really, the sky's the limit, and I look forward to seeing how you're using it in your classes.